I did this Am I Overreacting post a couple of days ago. She says, Am I overreacting? My boyfriend said I'm the prettiest when I shut up. So the boyfriend's 25, she's 22. They were invited to a birthday party. She says she's kind of introverted. It takes her a while to get warmed up and start talking to people. All right, she says everything was going fine. My boyfriend was clearly having a great time, but at some point I was telling a story from my school days when my boyfriend interrupted and said, blank is prettiest when she shuts up. Everyone laughed, and my boyfriend just kept going, saying, You guys don't know what I go through. She never stops talking. I swear to God, sometimes I tune her out for my own sanity or something along those lines. Like I said, I did this post a couple of days ago. I'm not going through this whole thing. But needless to say, she was embarrassed, she was upset, and then she shut down. She stopped talking because she said it took a lot for her to actually warm up to people because these are his group of friends. It took a lot for her to warm up to these people and even start talking. Okay, here's the update. She says, I broke up with him. We had been dating for 2 years, and it was the first time he'd acted that way. So I was genuinely conflicted, and I wasn't sure if the joke really flew over my head. But I decided to leave. It takes a lot of effort for me to come out of my shell, and I feel uncomfortable to stay with someone who doesn't like that. My self esteem is usually real low, but this time I spoke up for myself once in a long time. We broke up over text. It sucked since he kept bringing up all his contract job friends over me again and again. These are people he acquainted with less than 7 months ago, so that alone told me some things. I guess I won't be missing anything since he ended our text with bye. I don't give an F. Okay. She says, thanks for all the sweet comments. At the time I wrote the post, I was feeling a lot down. Okay, so she was feeling really down and cried a lot. I'm a bit sensitive, so I teared up reading some of the comments. Thanks again. I hope everyone has a nice day. And she wrote that yesterday. I am really glad for social media. I keep saying this. I'm glad for social media, and I'm especially glad when women have the courage to write in, because sometimes when you write in, people attack. People are kind of mean-spirited because folks don't all have the same baseline for what are red flags, what are warning signs. Not everybody has a great self-esteem. Some people may not have had a childhood or parents that poured into them. So maybe their self-esteem is in the gutter. You don't know their baseline. So I'm glad that some people do have the nerve to write in to get community to come in and say, that is not right. That is not a joke. He's putting you down, because then they can get the validation like, okay, cool. This is not right. I don't deserve this. I deserve better. So I am so glad that this woman did stand up for herself and decided that this was not a healthy and supportive relationship. I'm not going to do a lot of the comments because many of them were like this. Proud of you, girl. Go get yourself some food and flowers and enjoy a movie. Self-care and happiness is best. No Mongoose says, and block this guy on every platform you can think of. Cut out his toxicity. Flynn says, I foresee him begging you for forgiveness in the near future when he realizes his work friends don't really give a damn about him long term. This person says, yup, max 6 months and he'll be back. Like a boomerang. Careful, OP. He may hit you. Just remember, don't throw him in an open space. Use the trash bin. So he's saying he's going to try to spin the block like a boomerang. And then someone else says he could come back and try to love bomb. But this is the reason why you block and then you get rid of all of that. You heal from the situation. You try to detox from that relationship and then you move on. But you definitely got to block and help try to, move on and get them out of your system. And that's enough of the comments. I just wanted to share the update. She broke up. Most of the people in the comments are like, yay, go girl, you're a rock star. So proud of you, all of that. So that's what I saw. Let me know what you think of this one. Join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Some of these people are not okay. And I am here for the crash and burns. I am here for the mantrums. It definitely warms my heart. And I know I probably shouldn't be that petty, but I am. So this woman posted a text message exchange. She captioned it, what happened to at least she was honest? Oh, that's only cool when it's a man. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this exchange. All right, so this is not that much of an exchange because the guy is doing the majority of the typing. This person says, hey, I know we said no expectations. Getting to know you this past week has been nice, but how high is the percentage of us making passionate love? I just don't want to waste each other's time. I feel like we talked a good while, and I want to know how you feel. These conversations are important to bring up so we're both still on the same page. So he says that. She says 0%. The fact that he says, how high is the percentage? He thought it was going to be higher than 0. She said 0. He wrote an essay. Let's look at the essay. He says, that's actually insane. Like, do you even hear yourself? You really think you're that untouchable? Like, I was literally giving you an opportunity, being a good guy, and this is the energy you hit me with? That's actually embarrassing for you. And let's be real, you're not even all that. Like, I was willing to overlook some things because I thought you had a good personality, but you're just one of those girls who gets off on rejecting guys for no reason. I was literally just trying to see where things could go, being chilled, and you come at me with 0%. Like, okay, relax. You're acting like I was begging or something. Newsflash, I wasn't. If anything, this was your loss. Honestly, this makes it easier for me. You're actually giving way more friend energy than anything else. So I think it's best if we just keep it that way. Like, I wouldn't even be into you anymore after this. So it's whatever. You seem like you'd be a cool little sister type anyway. So maybe I can even help you talk to guys in the future so you don't come off so weirdly aggressive. She's weirdly aggressive. Anyways, I don't have time for this. I was being nice, but clearly that was a mistake. Good luck out there or whatever. She said 0%, and he wrote a dissertation. He's like, I was being nice. I was just trying to give you some of this good loving, and you said no. You came off as a friend anyway, a friend / little sister that I just wanted to screw. Yeah, how embarrassing for you. Now, the woman that posted this, as you can see, got a lot of comments. The comments were amazing too. Twerk in Progress says, oh, since we're sharing, let me leave this right here. I had a similar experience with a man yesterday. The second you tell them no, then you're no longer desirable. He got a nice body with the old ninja's face. I wouldn't be able to handle this type of conversation. If you're not looking at the video, go ahead and look. This would irritate me. All right, so he says, hey. She says, hi, Darius. He says, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. What you doing, sexy? Rested. You? About to head to the gym. Can you send a few pics? No. I'm still trying to find out what you're looking for. So she asked the question, what are you looking for? He says, I'm looking to bend you over. She says, okay, thanks for confirming that. I'm not looking for just sex, Darius. I hope you find what you're searching for. He says, okay, baby. She says, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate it. He says, welcome, baby. And then he sends this picture of himself. He did not send the picture of the clown, but he did make sure to have his print showing. And then she says, Darius, most of the men I have encountered have very large D's, but they lack self-respect or discipline. I'm not looking for just sex. I hope you find a compatible partner. So she's still talking to him like a person. He says, listen to this, but what do you expect? You are older and overweight. There's nothing about you that makes a man want to push past the sexual attraction of you. He says that, but he's the one looking to bend her over. And I am appalled at the audacity. All right, so the only Zuba says, but Darius, you were looking to bend this old overweight behind into a pretzel, even though gray sweatpant cuffing season is over and we back in these spring streets with your, hey, how you doing? What you doing? Hit me up. Let me know. All of these acronyms are so annoying. Then Queen Ladson says, this ninja, he was cool until he sent the pic like that meant something. Right, sis? We pull big D's like flowers, a dime a dozen. What else you got going on? And obviously, he ain't have a damn thing in them halfway house ass sweatpants. You're older, but I just did 16 years and have no idea how to talk to women. Self. She says, I hate this because just let the go. Say bye and get the F on. Say bye and get the F on. Okay, so this man named Jeff Makes Bank made this comment under that Darius set of screenshots. And this is some weird type of energy to me. He says men send pictures like this because they D size and performance are the most important things to women. You know how many women would have told him to pull up with a D like that? Big D privilege is real. Man, something a 5-incher in average girth like me will never experience. I'll never know what it's like to have a woman crazy over me, truly love, care, and respect me, or want to stay long term, because only big D men get that treatment. I'm starting to think big D's are more common too. Stats are lying. The fact that he wrote this, a man wrote this, and then went over to his page. This is his page. This is not under the comments. He says, as a black man, if you don't have a big D, women look at you like you're worthless. Jeff says, size doesn't matter is one of the biggest lies for women on the internet. Another post, keep saying it, but body count matters because size matters. Jeff says, anytime a woman praises high body count, just ask them, is that something that they would encourage their daughter to do? He's obsessed. He's obsessed with pain. And the thing is, women are saying you need to have more than that. And he's like, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's all you want. That's a lie. And it was enough to make him go to his page and write all of this. A trucking nurse, the woman who originally made the post, says, imagine only having D to offer and it still doesn't sell. And then Texas Stingray says, thinking he's entitled to sex due to a word exchange, exploiting her for sex, manipulating her for sex, being highly critical, labeling himself as the good guy, although this dialogue says otherwise, failure to understand boundaries. Sounds like this may be a classic case of narcissism. Alinda says, when men say choose better, but these MFers literally pretend to be nice guys just to get some peaches because nobody would want them being themselves. And a trucking nurse says, he couldn't pretend longer than a week. Queen Ladson says, I stopped reading after Untouchable. Thump thump, hey, I'm here to show you how untouchable I really am. I don't know what the F is wrong with me, man. I take stuff like this as disrespect, and we can definitely run a fade because all that wasn't even necessary. Take the answer and keep it pushing. Kelly says, they do know ex-workers exist, right? Just go pay for one of them. They just want access to women's bodies for free. And a trucking nurse says they want it for free and no effort. And the thing is, they want a woman in real life that has a body that doesn't have a body count above 0. Yet all they really want from a woman is the peaches. They don't want anything else. So I don't know how all of these women are going to have a body count less than 1, and all they really are asking for, all the other women, is peaches. It makes no sense. Okay, so this made me laugh. This woman said, I had to max screenshot on this particular word. I hope someone finds it as entertaining as I do, where he said, literally. Fresh Prince of Toronto says, I would have said 0% again. And a trucking nurse says, he would have stroked out. Probably. All right, y'all needed to see this one too. So this person honed in on where he says, you seem like you'd be a cool little sister type anyway. Maybe I can even help you talk to guys in the future. She said, mans was vexed, and then gave this picture. Like, I'm cool. I'm perfectly normal. This is me being normal. I'm not mad at all. Y'all needed to see this crash out. Y'all needed this. I hope it made you chuckle like I chuckled. Join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So this woman named Annette posted a dating experience that she has. And it's very important that we talk about this because I believe that he was looking for a nurse in a purse. And we have to keep talking about these types of things because I do not want women to get got. So let's look at what Annette says. She says, dating threads. We started talking on the phone. After a few text messages on the dating app, this was Saturday, we met up on Monday. So from Saturday to Monday, they're texting. It's like, cool, let's go. He stated he is looking for a wife. No lies, blah, blah, blah. So we agreed to be exclusive. Like 3 days, they agreed to be exclusive and take the time to get to know each other. He asked me out again on Thursday to meet up for dinner, and Friday too. Movies on Friday. Within a week, I had a boo. Charming, polite, handsome, kind, opening doors, very attentive. He offered to cook me dinner on Monday. Annette says, after I told him I'm not looking to Netflix and chill, this man proceeds to tell me I don't have to remind him that we are not effing via text. You're right, we are not. Having a grown up tantrum because you're not getting your way, because after 3 dates in a week, after listening to you talk about your mom passing and your views on not taking life for granted and not wasting time, yeah, that part, blah, 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 delete. The ending was abrupt. So, after I read that, I'm like, this definitely sounds like a man that is trying to get his hooks into a woman quickly. All of that love bombing from a Saturday to a Monday, they meet up, and now it's like, I'm looking for a wife. Let's go. We're going to be exclusive. And I'm not exactly sure why this woman is going along with this speed of dating or whatnot. But in the comments, she's like, I like to concentrate on one man at a time. So that was her reasoning. But that was definitely love bombing. And this person says, agreed to take things slow. Then he was your boyfriend in just a week. The math ain't mathin'. She didn't say that was her boyfriend. This person added that. She didn't say that, but she did basically confirm or say in the comments that she just talks to one man at a time. Annette says there was an instant connection on the phone and in person. He was not my boyfriend in a week, but we agreed to concentrate on each other. That whole there's a connection, they do that on purpose. They are looking to connect and get their hooks in quickly. All right, this person says a week, and you agreed to concentrate on each other. Baby, that's your man at that point. I've had instant connections with my last 2 relationships. Still took it slow. You cannot form a real connection with someone in a week. Please learn from this experience. And then the woman says, I learned from every experience. Thank you. Miss Albach says he was love bombing you. And I think so too, because he was going way too fast. Enough said. Queen says, let's bring courting back, ladies. And Blair says, definitely a love bomb situation. Happy you caught on sooner than later. Exclusive in a week is red flag energy. I'm glad that more women are talking about love bombing when they see it. That's the reason why it's so important to talk about these experiences online so that people can come together as a community to say, that's not right. Annette says, thank you. They were 3 nice dates, but he's definitely on a faster train than I am. And then I jump into the conversation. I'm like, how old is he? She says, he's 58. And then I said, I figured he was older. I bet he has health issues and was looking for a nurse and a purse. He was love bombing you to get his hooks in you before his health issues started to show. So there are some new people on my pages, and I haven't talked about what it is for these men to be looking for a nurse and a purse. What happens is a lot of these men they've been community peened throughout their 30s and 40s. Their health starts to decline, and now they're looking to settle down real quick because they know that they can't take care of themselves. And so they do the whole love bombing, and it has to be quick because they don't want to run out of money. So they have to love bomb you quickly to get you to go along with it, have extreme feelings for them. So when it starts showing that they have type 2 diabetes and one of their toes need to get cut off, then they have someone to take care of them. Or if they have to go to dialysis, they now have someone to help them go to dialysis because they are too weak. Or whatever their health condition may be. They now have their hooks on you. You're with the man for 3 weeks, and now you have an invalid on your hand. That is what it is to be looking for a nurse and a purse. A nurse and a purse is not someone that you've been with for a long time, and now you have health conditions and, you're taking care of each other. No. This is the type of person that is strategically looking for a woman because he knows that his health is declining. So that's what that is, and that's what you're looking for. Do not let these people love bomb you. Ex-lady says, sounds like he was coming in strong with 3 dates in a week. Most guys I know want to sleep with a woman after date 3. And that could have been the thing too. Maybe he was just trying to get some, but I think it was, the nurse and the purse strategy. But you definitely go ahead and weigh in on what you think it was. A lot of people were slamming her about going exclusive so quickly. Danny says, you don't see an issue in immediately becoming exclusive, but wanting to take it slow. You take it slow and then become exclusive. The entire situation was on NASCAR. Annette says, we met on a dating site. We decided to concentrate on each other. Some people do it this way, some people don't. I'm not good at juggling dating different men, so concentrating on one works for me. Exclusive to me means I'm only dating one person as I'm getting to know them. It didn't work out and I'm moving on. Dating nowadays is totally different than before I was married. Thanks for your input. You live and you learn. So that's how it goes. And if she has already been married, maybe she doesn't know what these people are up to. That's the reason why I jumped in and I'm like, he's looking for a nurse in a purse. And I'm glad that other people are talking about love bombing in the comments. So hopefully somebody else will know and learn from this situation as well. Let me know what you think. Yesterday, I put out this video where I had sat down and I took notes on some of the things that red pill men say to each other, some of the advice that they give to other men. And I sat there listening to this stuff. And as I was listening, I'm like, this is one of the reasons why these men are going to remain single and lonely. And they're going to stay in this perpetual cycle of, not getting women because of how they dehumanize women and how cynical they are regarding women. Well, so that was yesterday. I broke down that whole video. Now, today I came across this post. It was posted in the purple pill debate. In the purple pill debate, there are red pill men that debate things with blue pill people. Some of them are blue pill men, some of them are blue pill women. And this man asked the question, what should men who don't want to change do? What should men who don't want to, he does not want to change, what should he do? Okay, so let's look at this post. He says, I see so many posts blaming the red pill and critical of the ideology and saying men should change. Well, what should men that don't want to change do? What if they are content with being single, not getting married, nor dating, not having kids? This sub seems to mostly focus on shaming men who have decided to walk away from traditional gender dynamics and constantly blames men for any issues they have with dating. So if I, as the man, am the problem, but I don't want to change, what should I do? Does that make my opinion less valid? Should my voice be silenced? I advocate to men against marriage or having children. I don't want to change on that stance, and I think men should be aware of the risk. Also, if a man doesn't want to make more money or get a college degree or buy a house, change his personality or get therapy, some people like who they are, how they are. What should these men do? Because it seems like people just want them to sit in a corner, shut up, and watch the world burn. I don't understand the point of this man's post. He doesn't want to change. He doesn't want to seem more desirable to women. But by the same token, he doesn't even want to get married. He doesn't want to date. He doesn't want to have kids. Okay, cool. So you're perfectly fine. You don't have to change anything. Everything that you're doing at this particular juncture, being red pill and all of that, that keeps women away. So it's a win-win. You don't want to marry, you don't want to date, you don't want to have kids, and your ideology is pretty much everything that would push a normal thinking woman away. So it's definitely a win. You don't want to attract women, and you're not going to attract women, so you definitely shouldn't change anything. So all of the stuff at the bottom is if a man doesn't want to make more money or go to college or get a house, cool, just continue to do you. Live in your one-room apartment that suits you. Have your job that suits you. Do the things that just suit you. Who cares? No one cares. So this light blue pill woman is honing in on this subreddit seems to mostly focus on shaming men. She says, if they choose not to date, no one notices or cares, certainly not anyone in this sub, where men are encouraged to do their own thing and decenter women. It's men who attempt to shame and coerce women into marrying and providing cogs for the capitalist machine. Neither men nor women here encourages or coerces men to date. And so then the OP, the red pill man, says, I see plenty of shaming content on here for men who are red pilled, manosphere, MGTOW, and the solution is always that men need to change. I disagree. Men do not need to change. If you do not want to date women, if you do not want to marry women, I encourage you to stay away from women. Bitter Rose, a blue pill woman, says because red pill actively advocates for using abusive tactics against women to get laid or relationships. If you aren't doing that and you're just content being single, there's literally no issue. And then Traditional Pen says abusive tactics like what? And then Bitter Rose says, do I need to post half of the red pill subreddit? Lying, stringing women along, dread game, push and pull tactics. Now, the red pill man says, but if these tactics work and nothing else worked, what choice do men have? That question is so silly. What choice do men have? I thought that you didn't actually want a woman you don't want to date. So why are you using manipulation tactics and abusive tactics against women to get laid and get in relationships? That's why I say most of these men make absolutely no sense to me. Like, why are you using manipulation tactics for someone and you don't even want them? And then Bitter Rose says they don't work. They lead to relationship breakdowns and trauma for the people the tactics are used on. And then, like I said, it becomes a self perpetuating cycle. They create the bitter women that they can't stand, and then they move on because the woman was bitter or mean or whatever. These are not relationships that are sustainable. They are trauma bonds. There are trauma cycles. They're whole cycles of, they're cynical about women. But I'm going to use these tactics to get one. I'm going to string her along. I'm going to make her feel less than. And then eventually she's going to leave me. And then I'm going to continue to be cynical about women. It's a cycle that keeps on going. But this man says he doesn't want to change. So I don't even know why he's asking this question. If you don't want to change, then don't change. Just be single and leave women alone. Y'all, these men deserve. I do these things because it just reinforces that these people deserve to be lonelier. Let them remain lonelier. They don't want to change. Women are in here in these subreddits talking to them, telling them these things. They don't care. They don't care. They know, but they choose not to hear other women. They listen to other men who provide an echo chamber that says, you know what, women aren't worthy. Women just want your stuff. Women are just there for your masturbatory tools or whatnot. That's it. They don't care about women on a human level. And even as women are trying to talk to them in these subreddits, they don't listen to women. All right, y'all. Y'all just needed to see this. I'm putting periodically we got to put in male voices just to reinforce that, yes, stay away from these types. Hear what they're saying and stay away from them. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.